This is all new to me. I started about 18 months ago, and big thanks to Global Campus for supporting the last 18 months, because couldn't have done it without the funding and the resources that you've given us. So Ryan Klataski and I noticed about 18 months ago, and going back several years actually, that teaching introduction to anthropology faces a couple problems. One is that it's been a very text-driven thing for a long time, and yet anthropology, which is a study of all humans in all times and all places, in which the methodology is to get out and actually be in the world and experience different cultures and so on. It seems a little strange to have it so text-driven. And then secondly, the texts are getting very, very expensive. The most popular textbook is now approaching $300. And we just thought, this is crazy. We wanted to reverse it. And instead of have it be very expensive and text-driven, we wanted it to be like wide open and free. And the more we focused on thinking about what it meant to be wide open and free, well, the result is this. It's this open website which has a free textbook that I wrote, and it's designed around 10 lessons and 10 challenges that actually get students out in the world practicing anthropology. So I'll just jump in here and give you a sense of what this looks like. So my lectures are out in the world, but they're very short. They tend to be 10 to 15 minutes, and then we pair them with other resources, like Ida showed some great resources there. There's a lot of great documentaries available. Just to give you a sense of what this looks like here. Alexa, what's on the calendar today?
Today, there is one event remaining. At 6 a.m. there's record anthropology class opening video.
You can see the basic idea right from the beginning is to like get out in the world and bring anthropology out into the world. This actually ends kind of badly.
Success. 100 feet long.
I'll just show you a quick
slow test run with.
So the idea is to like show the speed of change by going down this steep hill and then lecturing about like human history as I go.
Year timeline. So each foot is going to be 10 years.
That I could not move a decimal point one position at the top of the hill was a bad sign.
Something really dramatic happens right about the time that we cross the 12,000 year mark. Somebody starts planting their own food. Once they start doing this, they no longer have to move around to get their food. They can start to settle down, and their settlements start to get bigger. So that by 9,000 years ago, the first cities are appearing. As we speed forward, 8,000 years ago, people no longer have to do the same thing. They can all do different things. So they start innovating. 6,000 years ago, we have the first cities. And then after these cities start to grow,
I'll scoot ahead here.
Everybody,
we gotta go home.
Explodes.
So that's day one. And then
And I'm in Jakarta, Indonesia.
Free and open was also that we were able to take some of the funds from the students enrolled and actually just give them back to students as scholarships to travel the world and BTAs all over the world. So, and we got a whole team of other folks traveling the world.
My name's Ben and I'm in Jakarta, Indonesia.
Hi, my name's Matt and I'm in Barcelona, Spain.
I'm Amy and I'm headed to Samoa.
I'm Darren Wilkinson, I'm here in Zambia. Let's go, Zambia, let's go!
If you're officially enrolled, you have been automatically assigned to one of these TAs. They will be your inspiration and guide throughout the course. Go to ANTH 101 to start your own journey. You can follow along with the course, see what your TAs are up to, and even see what your fellow students are posting. And when you're ready, take a challenge. The class is... Okay, so that gives you a sense of kind of how things work. So this is the hub, and you can see the 10 lessons here. So the first lesson is just people are different. It's like an overview of different cultures around the world. And then the challenge is to go out and actually talk to strangers and meet people that you've never met before and take their photograph and hear their story. Moving forward, challenge 2 is trying to see your culture in a new way. So I do a little example here of looking at golf, but you reverse the word so that you're studying like the Nasarima, right? This is a classic in anthropology.
You must speak quietly during flog so as not to break the concentration of the players. Each time your club strikes the ball counts as a stroke. The goal of the game is to use the fewest strokes.
All right, so then, you know, you can see, I don't know if you caught that, but we're using Instagram for posting, and then the students also post on Instagram, and this gives us all kinds of sort of social media things that we can use. So we can like things, and anything that I like ends up in the prof's picks over here. So here you can see a student who, in Challenge 8, the challenge is to try to meet somebody around the world who actually made something that you own, and she actually found a guy who manages a factory in Bangladesh that made her some of her socks. And so there's different things like that. And then you can also aggregate things, and you can repost things. So like this is like a repost, and it actually puts the student there so they get credit. But it just creates a really vibrant atmosphere for the class. And then you can come over here, and we got a whole feed here of latest posts coming in from Instagram, and they all just show up here. So just to give you a sense of kind of the impact of this and the influence of doing this, these 10 challenges, here's a quick little blurb from a student.
Just immediately opens your mind and immediately makes you start thinking of the world as inviting. And I think like that really guides you through the rest of the class. Like you see the world as a place, as something to be interested in, and not as something to like close yourself off from. Just compounding these 10 challenges into 8 weeks has just like super awakening, and I didn't expect to be that to happen. Like I'm 27, like I have gone out to the world and I have experienced things, but yet still like this 200 level anthropology class has like given me like tools to sort of deal with things that I either didn't know I was still dealing with or have not dealt with completely or in a healthy fashion.
So that just gives you some idea. And then the other really neat thing about this is we've opened this up completely. It's totally free, so anybody can use the materials. And we haven't advertised it or anything, but we do have 12 other colleges and universities using it now. And we allow them to set up their own homepage. It's all automated. So this is actually a high school in Texas, and you can see the teachers post at the top here, and then the student post below that. And then we also, since there's lots of us doing the same thing, then we also have a shared document where we share quizzes and things like that. We can share quizzes, PowerPoints, in-class activities. Anthropology is taught to about 100,000 people a year by many, many different folks, and if we could all aggregate our efforts, we would all be better for it. So that's the idea, is just to all work together to create the best class possible. So thanks.